81.
I feel like you're like elder millennial.
Or am I?
What up, bro? Welcome back. It is still your host. One of the hosts. We are back. Jin Mi is back. Now, we were talking about just the weekend recap.
Mm-hmm.
Ben and I was talking about just how
crazy.
It was a very busy weekend.
It was crazy. Let me tell you, I had such a good time. It was amazing. The music was going. The drinks were great. The people were flowing and dancing and grooving. It was awesome.
Like, we were talking about how like it's taken me a lot longer than I anticipated to decompress.
You mean afterwards?
Because I feel like I'm so overstimulated from so many people this Friday and Saturday, and on top of that, like the work days are long. Like when we have events, it's all day.
Well, it takes a lot of work to.
It's
put
not
together.
just event hours. Like we're the Lacey Night Market kicks off at 5. We're there at 11.
Oh wow!
Like, we're already there for 6 hours before the event even start.
Yeah.
So, and then after the event, there's tear down too. So like the days are not short at all.
And I mean, they're also labor intensive because you're getting everything out of the truck, you're setting everything up, and then you have to be mentally prepared because you're talking to everybody. Everybody's asking you questions.
Yeah.
You know, where's Jason?
Like I don't know. It's weird. Like it mentally, it can be very draining.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm constantly thinking about and then just logistics, and then we roll into Saturday, which that was an all day event too. Like I didn't leave the venue until I think 1:30 maybe, almost 2. Like
did you think that it was going to go on for that long?
No.
I mean, let me tell you, like around 9:00, it was insane.
It was jumping.
I remember I was like, Jason, you're not going to get everyone out by 11 because people are still coming in. It's crazy.
It was just so dope to see like the event being so well perceived by the community, and people genuinely have a great time.
Yep.
That's what we strive for, that's what we aim for.
Well, the music was great. Now, DJ Dolo came on at the end too, and there were people in the parking lot hanging out, listening to music. It was insane, but it's like you said, that it was like nice to have something like that in the community because everyone just came out supporting each other.
The main thing was like, I feel like Thurston County, anything south of JBLM is like, it's like a forgotten land.
Sleepy Hollow.
Like,
Sleepy Hollow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you're going south of JBLM, really you're going to Portland.
Yeah.
That's why you're coming south.
Right.
Like nobody stops here, know. And then I think it's just been really dope for Swae as a brand to put this area like back on the map, and like no, we have great people here. We have great events here.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, though, I mean, I talked to a few of the guests, and they were coming from Seattle. Some were coming from Tacoma.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just even about just like what's happening in Lacey, but also just seeing where people are coming from, which is kind of crazy.
That part was surprising. I was like, whoa, Seattle.
Listen, I wasn't surprised. You put on good events.
Like, okay, so there was Seattle, there was Tacoma, there were like Kent, Renton, Bonnie Lake.
Puyallup.
I was like, Bonnie Lake.
Yeah.
Puyallup. There was Shelton.
So what do you think makes your event different? Because, I mean, I can see the difference in what makes your event different, but what do you think is different?
It's just a vibe and how we go about our business. I really think we value... We're not just all about money. Like, obviously, as a business, money matters.
Absolutely.
Numbers has to add up.
Yeah.
But for us... For me, the way I operate the brand is we're okay taking less because we're not focusing on the dollar signs. It's about the relationships.
Right.
So relationships over transactions. It's putting people before profit.
Yeah.
And once you can demonstrate that, and once people buy into the business, the vision, and how you move.
Yep.
Then success and money will come.
But I also think that you're also supporting different businesses because I know that you had some vendors there as well, and they did quite well. I mean, Level Up always does amazing when they come.
Shout out Lanisa, you know the vibes.
Yeah, I love her. That's my girl.
So just like in all that is just try to curate an experience, to put on a well-rounded experience where people can have fun and try. And also, I'm not afraid to fail. Like that was the one thing that I've been very open about. Just like failing in public is one of the hardest thing to do because everybody sees the result. Like there's no hiding. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
if you have the grit to keep moving forward, it's also inspirational too.
Like if you throw a shitty event, like everybody sees it.
Yeah.
There is no hiding, or like making up numbers. It's just like, yeah, that event was trash. Like, so having to go through that early was a big stepping stone into like it shaped me into how I want to build things. I mean, I talk about this often. Like there was events in the early days where it was so bad I started drinking. Like
what?
Yeah, I was just like, and then so our photographer Kirsten,
I love her.
She was just like, she was like, hey, do you still want me to like take pictures or? I was just like, don't worry about it. Go ahead, just cut it. She was like, yeah, I mean, she was so cool. She was like, yeah, don't worry about paying me on this one. I was like, no, you good. I got it.
Yeah.
I was like, just come and have a drink with me at the bar.
Are you talking about the last event?
No. This is like early days.
Oh,
This is early days. Like when, I've had events where like less than 100 people showed up.
What do you think made it different?
Just consistency.
Yeah.
Like lesson learned, like every little details on when it comes to like curating an event matters.
So what do you think would do different with the next event then in comparison to this last one?
As far as like the Velvet Room?
Yeah.
So logistically, well, we know that the demand is there.
Yep.
Right. We know that the demand is there. We know that it's fun. People enjoyed it. So it's about the flow of the traffic. It's about the timing a little bit. It's how well did we transition each DJs? How well did we deliver the lights? The footprint, the flow of the traffic, placement of vendors, placement of chairs. Every chair is intentionally placed. And then trying different things. So we're obviously grateful that this event went so well.
Yeah.
Above, it just completely shattered expectations, but it's still part of the process. We're still looking to adjust, fix things. So,
but you also had like an age variation. That's something that I've been talking to my clients about. It's like, like, I don't know if I want to come because it's like a young people. I was like, no, it's not. There's all ages. I
low-key love seeing like the older crowd.
Yes. And they were getting down on the dance floor. I was like, hold on, let's just back it up here. Let's make a circle for them.
There was a lot of unks and aunties out there. Like,
yes, absolutely. And they were professionals. Some of them were also professionals that were coming. Because, when I was I was asking quite a few people like, oh, what is it that you do? And a lot of them are either working for the state or like some big corporation. I mean, these are professionals that are coming out to have a good time. So it was pretty awesome to see that.
Yeah, I love that part. I love that we're able to deliver something like that where it's like, it's not just an event for young people. It's
but
like,
that's a rarity. You do realize that. That's a rarity to be able to bring in all those different types of people in one place with good music. And you're playing a lot of the old school music. So everyone's like, they're all feeling it. Candy Rain. They play Candy Rain. I think everyone went nuts with Candy Rain. So good music, good people. I mean, good drinks. You just had it all.
Now you say Candy Rain, like there's one song that I would love to hear it go. And I think it would go crazy.
What is it?
Purple Rain.
Okay. That's like an end of the night song.
I feel like Purple Rain would go crazy.
That's one of those where you had like 3 glasses of wine.
No, I mean like
end of the night.
Like it's like it's like it could be like a peak of the moment, and then you dim it down and you go and you just hit Purple Rain.
It would be nice if it had like the music where it transitions into Purple Rain, right when he starts to talk, when Prince starts to talk.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think Purple Rain. Okay, what's another song? I'm
already feeling it.
What's another song that you think will go crazy?
Okay, you can never go wrong. Okay, you can never go wrong with Biggie. Yeah. But at the same time, we're on the West Coast, so it might be a little different.
Something that like it's just different. I'll give you another example. Britney Spears.
Okay.
Lucky.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Like, I think that would go crazy.
Okay. Okay, listen, I've never been a fan of Backstreet and NSYNC, but I think even one of their songs.
That itself is crazy.
What do you mean it's crazy?
You're not a fan of Backstreet or NSYNC?
Okay, listen. What do you mean if I like them, or
Yeah.
do you mean like?
You're not a fan of either one?
No, I'm not a fan of either one. See, I grew up with them, right? So I grew up in Orlando, and I knew Lou Pearlman, and then my brother-in-law was their vocal coach. So no,
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I wasn't like a huge fan of them, but I'm not really into boy bands. Listen,
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block, those are my boys.
Hey, okay.
If you guys even know who that is.
No, I know New Kids on the Block for
So,
sure.
You know, it's like back in the 80s.
They had that track. What was I don't know a lot of songs. It was like what, Single? There was a song called Single.
It's been a minute. I swear I was going to marry one of them, but it didn't happen.
Like, I just think so. I love how we kind of want to build the music lineup, the genre.
Yeah.
Because like you can go bangers, and then like boom, tone it right down to more sensual, more intimate vibe.
Yeah.
And then that's what all three DJs do well. They crank it down and then they crank it right back up, and it's like they're taking you on this roller coaster ride,
Which I like it.
a lot of sing along vibes. Yeah. Like so,
Keisha Cole, people went crazy on.
Keisha, people always go crazy. There's like that's like a guarantee. That's like an automatic.
Yeah.
That's almost like a cheat. That's almost like a
That is.
like a
It
cheat
is.
code.
It is. But
Yeah.
it's like, you
Like, you know that's gonna
the girls
hit.
go
Yeah.
crazy for that song. The men are like, I'm going to back out of this one. Just let you guys have this.
What would be like another song that you think would go crazy? Like more like a sing along vibe.
Okay. No, I'm not going to mention it. It would ruin the vibes. I'm not going to mention it. No, I'm not going to say it. Sweet Caroline.
Oh.
When everyone is drunk, when everyone is drinking and having a good time, you put that Sweet Caroline, and I'm telling you, even the people who are sitting down are like, oh.
No, this is not a Velvet Room vibe.
No, I told you, it's not the Velvet Room
This
vibe.
ain't it.
It's not, but you asked, and I'm just letting
This ain't
you know.
it, sis. This ain't it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
There was another one I had in
R.
mind.
Kelly?
No. No R. Kelly. No Diddy. We're past that.
Yeah. Jay-Z? Is Jay-Z on that list too?
Jay-Z's not really like R&B, like sing along.
I mean, he's been on a couple albums with people that have been like R&B.
I'm talking about like singing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was one that came to my head, but
TLC?
TLC, yeah, I can see that.
SWV?
I can see that.
Okay,
Yep.
that could be a good one.
They're
Okay,
just a lot.
Aaliyah.
Ooh, that's throwback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Age ain't nothing but it.
Ooh.
That one?
Okay,
That's
I can
right.
see
Write
that.
Write it down.
Like, yeah, those are some hits for sure. Like,
And I'm not bringing her up because she was married to R. Kelly. I'm just, Rock the Boat. That's a good one too.
I'm more like Mariah.
Oh, Lord. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
one of my students that came out to the event, Dan, he was not feeling Mariah. Even Jamie was
What?
like, yes, I know.
That's
okay,
crazy.
Listen, I'm okay with Mariah as long as she doesn't sing her Christmas music. Do not play any of her Christmas music. It drives me crazy.
No. Mariah's cool. Some Tina Turner.
Okay.
Some Whitney for sure.
Mary J. Mary
True.
J. Blige. That's my girl.
True.
She's good. Brandy.
Brandy solid. Yeah, they were just a lot. Like overall, the music vibe was solid.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, everyone was going crazy. I think the only thing that suggested to you was like just fans, because I think people want to dance.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it got sweaty. It got intimate.
Oh,
in there.
it got real sweaty. I mean, people were just like some things were on fire.
What? What's crazy?
That deodorant only lasts for so long.
Like what's crazy is we had AC on, like, and that AC was not. The output did not match the energy that was brought in.
No, that energy was crazy.
That energy was insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, these are just like adjustments that we'll make, for sure.
But my favorite part is I love it when Noah or like anybody that has the camera like comes in and then everyone starts like making a circle.
Yeah.
And people start getting down. I mean, people from like where I'm like, hey, watch your knees.
Hey.
But everybody from all ages just gets in the center and they just start wilding out.
It's just fun.
It's so much fun.
I just feel like that vibe is hard to curate. It's hard to find. Like, you don't go into any venue, bars, lounge, and find that.
Yeah.
Like, it's very intentional. It's
And it's all love because people don't really care about what anybody thinks. People go out on the dance floor. And I mean, I've seen people that are professionals that surprise me. I'm like, wait, what do you do? You work at a bank? Oh my gosh.
Just have fun. Yeah.
They're just there to have fun and let loose.
It's no judgment.
And it's all love. Like everyone's like, especially like the women. I love how like just the women just get along and there's nothing but like love there. Like them just talking to each other. Like, what's your name? Oh my God.
Comfortable space.
It's such a comfortable space. And you just don't find that anymore. So for me, it's like seeing familiar faces at this event was pretty awesome. Like, were you at the last one? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like you're connecting like your old besties, but really it's because you're getting down on the dance floor.
Yeah. Intentional. It's intentional for sure.
Yeah. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So next event is going to be crazy. A lot of things. Ben and I we've been in the lab cooking. So there's some very special guests that's going to be on the next.
Are you allowed
event.
to hint? Can you hint anything?
I will say athlete. The other hint is DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you're going to give to the audience. That's it. That's just a taste.
That's as obvious as anything.
Well, I'm definitely going to be there on the 20th for sure. So
we have that cooking.
I'm still going to make the shirt. # come get your mom. I'm still on that route. If you guys want a shirt,
come get your mom.
That's right.
So yeah, it's been cool. It's been rewarding week, and I'm still mentally trying to like adjust and just soak it all in, if you will.
Have you gotten feedback from the general public? Because I mean, I know I have.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's just a lot of kudos for sure. And
I think everyone is surprised to have something like this in the area. And I will say that the number one thing people kept saying, besides when's the next event, is they kept saying like, man, I'm so glad there's something like this that I don't have to drive to Seattle or I don't have to drive to Portland to enjoy some good music.
Facts. And we're just getting started.
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
I mean, you do bring all the vibes to all these events. Even Swae Night Market is like that too.
Yeah. We're in a way, we're just getting started, so like, definitely appreciate just people buying into our vision, and it takes all of us. It really takes all of us. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to put these events together. So yeah, great things coming.
It's going to be bigger. It's just going to get better and better.
So something that's been on my mind. Something that's been on my mind lately is like, it's about how I feel like men in general needs better support system.
What do you mean? Give me some context.
Because I feel like the topic itself is more. These things become. It's just naturally easier for women to talk to each other.
That's true.
To ask questions and consult with each other, and but I feel like in many cases when men are in these type of situation or scenarios, it's a lot harder to. I feel like a lot of men, it's like, how do I talk about what I feel? And
you mean how to be vulnerable?
How to be vulnerable, how to ask for help, how to and I think one example I think of is like the military. Suck it up and shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
Like, or the most common one, stopping a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's just like it in some cases, sure. Like sometimes you really do need to just suck it the fuck up.
Yeah.
But also there are bigger issues that not even just men, as human beings,
there's like a need
that we deal with, that we have to face challenges, and you don't know what you don't know. So I just feel like overall it's something that I think a lot of men struggle with. And it's an area that I would love to see change. So then as the captain of the ship for me and running the brand that we have, like I try to say, I'm not shy to like get into the more like how are you really feeling, like, or like instead of just,
so you're not afraid to be vulnerable. You can step outside your comfort zone.
I think it's part of it is just like because being like grew up around women, like being raised by all women, it's just like I naturally it's I feel like in a way it's easier for me to do that, and yeah, so it's just like because like also as a brand, right? We started with night markets, and usually these type of events are all organized by women. Majorities, I don't know many that are like mostly dudes, and in our case, most of our team are.
Do you think that
dudes.
Just because you are in this industry, especially when it comes to markets, that you have brought in a lot of male vendors and business owners because you're a man?
Not so much on the vendor part. I mean, the vendor part is just it's whoever fits, whoever qualifies, right? Whoever has the right product, the right presentation, and how you market yourself. Like, I'm not looking at, because the vendor application comes in, I'm not looking at like there's no gender.
Yeah.
It just does your product and the way you run your business fit. But when it comes to and not just vendors, but like it's just in general, I think especially men in business, men in, even if you have like a 9 to 5.
I think just men just think a little bit more logically. I mean, I'll give you an example. I went to go get my car and I got a little irritated because the guy's like, oh, by the way, you need this and this and this. I'm like, I just need you to tell me what I need from the very beginning. I don't need you to add extra stuff. And so I talked to the service manager. I'm not a Karen, I promise. But I talked to the service manager. He's like, oh, no, I get you. He's like, you just want to get straight to the point. I was like, I don't need the emotion behind it. I don't need anything else tied to it. Just tell me what it is I need, how much it's going to cost, so I know how much I need to bring in. That's all this other conversation I don't need. And so for me, it's like, I think with men are kind of like that, where it's like, get straight to the point. Logically, it's like, what is it that you need so that I can help facilitate whatever I need to do to help you get to wherever you need to go. And I think with women, there is emotion to it. There's always this emotion, this underlying emotion that's tied to it. I got to explain to you like why you have to put away the milk. For men, it's like, put away the milk. Okay, put away the milk. I think for women, it's like, well, the reason you need to put away the milk is because if you leave it out, it's going to get curled, and then you're going to spend more money and then have to work extra harder. You're like, whoa, I don't need all that. Just tell me what I need to do. And I think that men are just different because they get straight to the point and there's more logic into it. But then when it comes down to the emotion, when you get to that emotional feelings of either pain, it's like, all right, now I'm feeling vulnerable. Now I have something going on with me. How do I ask for help because I'm not used to it? Because everybody knows me as this logical, rational person that just gives you direct, straight answers and just gets the work done. And now it's like, hey, now I'm struggling. Now I need some help. And it's hard to get that support from people. And sometimes women don't always understand like what it is that even men need, or how you can, I mean, even when I'm talking to my brother, it's like I can give him the best advice, but it comes from the emotional standpoint, not the logical standpoint. So I think it's hard. I mean, especially in the industry that you're in, and you are probably dealing with a lot of women who are business owners, and you have to, thank God you had sisters, or you were surrounded by women, because I think it's sometimes hard because as a woman, I might get offended if a man tells me if he's direct with me, as opposed to like dealing with a woman who's like gives me an explanation. It's like building that relationship, So, I mean, how do men feel like the most supported? Like, what would you be looking for? Like, what is a man looking for to feel the most supported?
Yeah, I think it doesn't necessarily have to be like in a relationship setting.
Yeah.
I think it's just whether you're in a relationship or you're single, like I think overall it's just healthier to talk about your feelings. And I think so. I've been seeing a therapist for like on and off in the last 8 years, but really the last 2 years is when I have like
same consistent therapist.
Last 2 years when I have like same consistent
male, female. Okay.
Same consistent therapist. Every other week I see a therapist.
Really quick, was the previous therapist male or woman?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but multiple therapists.
Honestly, I think I've noticed that I connect better with women.
Okay.
Like,
probably because you grew up mostly like women.
I'm sure that plays a role.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like the last 2 years is when I really like had the consistent therapist, and so and and of course I have a daughter,
Yeah.
like, so I think that also played a role. And like, of course I want her to talk to me about feelings, your thoughts, and not be afraid. So, and then I just, I think I noticed, and also just like being in the military too, like I see that toxic masculinity culture, so it's just, I think, so then, I think overall men should, like, I hope all my homies talk about the things that they don't talk about.
But, I think that there comes like a balance. Like, I definitely don't like misogynistic men or men that are, like too, I don't want to say too masculine. I'm not even going to throw that in there, but too misogynistic or narcissistic. And that could be even females too. Like, women could be the same.
But I mean, like, you can do that in a with kindness and have a lot of empathy.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I think that what women look for specifically, like if you have like male friends or relationships, is that kindness, that friendship, and that understanding.
Yeah.
There has to be that balance. I think communication is key, but I think people need to accept like how communication is being transmitted, right? So how I communicate is different than you, different than Noah, different than Ben and whoever. And so I think there needs to become like a respect thing. It's like, I may not want you to communicate with me in a way that is like maybe too aggressive or something. Not saying you do, but maybe that's the only way you know how, right? So I think it's like matching my tone or my level. But I think that sometimes we get so caught up in this, like he's too masculine or he's too this. And I can only attest from my personal experience and what I've been through, like sometimes I'm known as being like too masculine as a woman. I don't mean to be.
You're alpha.
But I just try to be, I don't like my time wasted. So I like things to be very straightforward and very straight to the point. But I think there's a level of respect, because I believe that people do have roles. You can't have two CEOs of a company. And I definitely don't want to be changing my tires all the time. So
you're definitely an alpha female.
Not intentionally.
Well, I mean, like, I think it's just who you are. Like, it's not whether that's not a bad thing. Like, I think as you didn't get this far by being soft and like by being a pushover.
I've learned a lot throughout the years.
Yeah, like you, the way you operate, the way you build a brand, the way you build a business, like it wasn't random, and you didn't do that by.
But I also respect like my male counterparts as well. Like, I don't want to say, again, goes back to like, I don't believe that every guy is misogynistic or narcissistic. I believe there is a lot of pressure that are put on men, especially in the military.
Yeah.
I do believe that there's still pressure that are being put on men and women. I think it comes from like both sides. I think at the end of the day, it's about respecting the other person, respecting their, not necessarily their personality, but just you don't have to hang out with people you don't like. If I don't vibe with you, I don't mess with you. You know what I mean? But I think it's just like that level of respect. I mean, I might have my bad experiences with men, but I'm not going to say all men are like that, because there's some good men. There's some good men out there too.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think we live in a weird time right now, and I hope that it would change, that everyone respects each other.
I'm very optimistic about, like, we talked about this. Like, I'm very optimistic about the future, and like, because I just feel like it's really easy to get down that road of like, oh, the future's fucked. Our country is going down a shit. Like, those are so easy to say, right? And it's just like, instead of contributing to that, like, I see it completely different, and I'm very open about it too. It's just like no, I don't see it like that. Like, I see, I if anything, I applaud the passion for people wanting change. I applaud passion for like people striving for something different, and it's just like, at the end of the day, like, I feel better, in that sense, versus like, you know what, everything's fucked. Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I would finish off with that is, I was talking about this with someone earlier this week. I forgot what I was going to say. Cut that out. But there was something about like men and women. I think we just put too much emphasis on like male and like, okay, that's what it was. I know what it is. Okay, so I had this conversation. Sorry, I'll stop messing with the mic. I had this conversation, I think, with Noah, and I'm just like, the one thing that I'm really happy that has changed in our society is the catcalling, right? I love the fact that people aren't doing that, and I'm a savage. Like, if I did get catcalled when I was younger, I would say some savage things back in return, and it was funny. But I one thing that I will say though is I think what it did for men though is that men are so afraid to actually hit on a woman. They don't go up to a woman. I was actually talking about this with Noah and one of the people from the Velvet Room, and he's a 27-year-old guy and he's dating someone. He's so cute, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me just help you be big auntie here. And he doesn't know how to approach a woman because he's too afraid for a woman to put him down in the most aggressive, negative way. And I think that we need to, as if a man can approach you appropriately, respectfully, is also not put him down either. That takes a lot of courage to actually do that, because a man is being vulnerable when he does that. I think catcalling probably also came from, men just wanting to show off in front of their boys or whatever, and it's just not appropriate. But I forgot his name. It's like Cecilio or something like that. But such a nice kid, man. But he's like, I just wish that I could go out there and talk to a woman. He's like, but I'm too afraid because I'm afraid that she's going to be shutting me down in such a harsh way. And I'm like, I feel for you. But I also think that it came from like 10 years ago where women were just getting tired of the catcalling.
I actually feel like it's like the social dating has affected that.
Yeah, with COVID too. Because
on dating platform is mostly guys.
That's true.
And so then when you're a female in that setting, you're getting more attention than ever, very fast.
Right.
So then like it becomes,
I mean, it's easy to hide behind a phone.
Right. So you're kind of like you have this list of options, and it's a lot. So then it takes it takes away that courage when someone in person does come up to you, and it's easy to like shut that down.
You know what other business I wanted to start? So back in the day when like all the dating stuff started going like on the phones and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? And my girlfriends would show me a picture. I'm like, man, I just wish that I could actually talk to these guys or talking to and just be like, okay, don't pose in front of your car. Don't pose in front of the gym mirror. We know that's your first day going to the gym. Don't lay up on your bed doing this, kissy faces. Don't be in the club posting with a bunch of other women. Like, that's just not attractive. Like,
that's so cringe.
Just look like you got a job. Look like you have your life together. Don't try to be all like you're hard or anything like that. And be vulnerable. And if you get rejected, it's not a big deal. The sun's still going to come up.
You just described like most of the Tinder profile pics.
Yes. And it drives me nuts. It's like, stop trying to be all like you're hard and tough. Just, you know what? I know you're searching for love. I know you don't want to be alone. Just be vulnerable. And if you get rejected, it's not a big deal. There's a billion people in this world. The sun's going to set. It's going to rise. You're going to be all right.
But I will defend this though. Millennials is the best generation.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm a millennial.
Let's
see. When does that start?
I don't know.
I'm 81.
I feel like you're like elder millennial.
Or am I? You made me sound like something from the Lord of the Rings. You're the elder millennial.
No, I run the fact check real quick.
Do a fact check.
Millennials like what? 90.
I think Gen Z. I want to say Gen Z is like in the 80s. Yeah, I'm 81.
You're a millennial.
But I'm an elder apparently from Jason's.
What's the era?
81 through 96.
Oh, okay.
I'm still the elder. I'm like the beginning part of the millennial.
You're elder millennial.
I'm like the fairy. Or I'm one of the elves. I'm one of the elder elves.
But I will say, because we've been exposed to.
Yeah, I know. I'll never forget this. This is why I don't want to be vulnerable. This is exactly why I'm an elder. The other day, Jason's like, "Wait, how old are you gonna be?" And it's like he was calculating in his head. I was like, "I'll be 45 in June." Jason, he's like, he had like this like, ugh. Damn. God damn. Honestly, like, you don't look 45. I feel it. Listen, Saturday night, I felt it. I told Ben, I was like, the next day, I felt like my knees were going to give out.
Like, well, not because, like, well, okay, I'm sure, like, the skincare school has a big role in it.
Staying out of the sun.
Yeah, because, like, if I see you, like, as strangers, I'm like, I would have never guessed 45.
45, yep.
So,
I just seen this woman on Instagram. She's 52. I was like, man, she does not look a day over 30. Now,
Nothing's
granted, I don't,
real on Instagram.
I mean, that is true. I mean, but it's not like I'm
It's
trying
that
to.
filter, though.
Probably. But I just thought it was like kind of cool because I think that not that anyone should look like their 20s when they're like in their 40s and 50s, but I think there's something about like being aware of nutrition, being aware of like not being exposed to the sun, like lower the drinking, don't smoke. Like I don't smoke.
We talk about being like authentic,
Healthy.
right? Authentic. So I'm gonna text the wife right now because I'm gonna be home.
He's gonna be like, listen.
I'm gonna need like a few extra minutes.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do this live.
My bad. I know I said 4 o'clock.
You're typing.
Can you really?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I feel like millennials is the best generation because we've been exposed to both sides of the world.
Well, now that Noah fact-checked.
It's like no technology to like all technology, and we're right in the middle.
And you know how fast that went? I had a Motorola Razor phone. I mean, you were probably maybe still in diapers. I don't know. I mean, because I'm an elder, so
that's crazy.
know.
Razor is not like that. So
he was still being pushed around in a buggy. I had my Razor flip phone.
When did I see the Razor? I think I was like middle school.
Again, so he was being pushed around in a buggy while I had my Motorola Razor phone.
I don't think I've ever had a Razor.
You know what I really liked about the old phones is because I knew where all the letters were, I could text and drive and not even look. Now these new phones.
Not that that's a great thing.
No, it's, we don't. Listen, that's when I was young. We don't promote that, but it's so much easier.
okay.
Yeah, like I felt like it was so much easier back then than having to sit there.
I get what you mean.
You get what I'm saying? But now it's a little bit different because when you do the talk to text, it doesn't even come out the same.
At least you do talk to text.
I mean,
like,
well, when there's like a paragraph I have to write and I have to text, I have no choice but to do it. But it always comes out kind of weird.
But like, so my first phone was the Nokia with a snake game on it. It's like a dark blue Nokia.
Wait, was it like just like one phone, not a flip phone?
No, like one phone.
It was like this big.
The screen is like, there's no color. It's just
this size. No, it's more like this size right here.
It was maybe like this big.
Yeah.
And then like it's just buttons.
How old were you?
I was what? 6th grade.
Dang, you had a phone in 6th grade?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't get a phone until I was 18.
Well, I mean, not that I can do shit with that phone.
I'm just saying, you got a phone when you were 6th grade? It wasn't like I can watch
YouTube on it. Like,
I mean, he's like, hold on, Teach, let me make a phone call real quick.
And it's either call or I play Snake.
So he was a businessman from the very beginning. He started at a young age.
So, I mean, not that I did shit with it, but so I had that. Then I had a couple other Nokias, and then I never had the.
Were you around when pagers were a thing?
No.
Pushing the buggy.
I was still
pushing the buggy.
That was when I was like maybe 1st grade.
Yeah, those were crazy days, man. Those were crazy days.
So it was like I barely missed that, and then by the time I had the privilege, I had the Nokia as my first phone.
You know, I still remember back in the day we had with the pagers. It was 43110. Do you know what that spells?
No, that's crazy.
None of y'all know what that's
43110?
110. It spells hello.
Wow.
Okay, listen. Flip your calculator. Okay. Flip your calculator up, and then put in.
I feel like everyone does that. Hello and boobs.
No,
on the calculator.
Yeah, that's true. No, but this was on the pagers. Like back in the day, you get like a text message, and it would have like hello or like 143 be like I love you.
I don't know. Well, okay, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't think I've ever had a pager.
Yeah, because you were too young.
Yeah, I was like elementary school.
Yeah. This is all of the ancient elders of the millennials.
Damn.
Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah, I think millennial is the best generation because you see both sides of the world.
But it's also scary though too.
Like,
I mean, if you talk about like the pagers, and now we're at like cell phones that are basically like a digital computer in your hands.
It's like a robot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So like yes, but it's also scary. And the technology that we're being exposed to right now is insane. I mean, I went to that. I think I told you the AI conference was insane. Absolutely insane. Being around tech.
Yeah,
The tech industry and what they're having to tell me about like what's going to happen in the next year is crazy.
It's insane. Like,
okay, I got to tell you this one thing. So I saw something on Newsweek. It was robots in China. Your peoples do big things over there. Let me just tell you. They had robots in China that mimic human behavior to a T, that they actually had to remove the outer shell of the robot to make sure that it wasn't a human in disguise. Like, China is so advanced with their technology. It's crazy right now. It's scary.
Do we think the U.S. dynasty is over?
Okay. Do we have enough time for that? Because I know you had to message your wife that you're running a little bit late. Do we have time for that? Because I have some theories on this.
Well, we'll summarize it.
I don't think I can summarize it, but I don't know if I don't think that the United States dynasty is over. I think it's just beginning, and I think in such a scary way. I think that the American people, as far as like the citizens in this country, are definitely going to be struggling a lot more, especially economically, because I think there's going to be a huge divide between the wealthy and the poor. There's no longer going to be a middle class. I think what's going on, in the political stage right now, with everything going on with Iran and Venezuela, Argentina, and Cuba, and Ukraine, and Greenland, I think that's going to be a big play into what happens in the next year.
It's just a simple fact that like history repeats itself, right?
History always repeats itself.
No dynasty has ever last.
The problem that I think, though,
even fucking dinosaurs.
I agree with you. And at one point, I would have believed that to be true, especially with the GDP of China 10 years ago, because I was watching it kind of go up, and I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, we got to watch out for that. But I think that when it comes to AI and technology, the fact that we need oil in order, which not necessarily, but we do need oil to power these data centers, which, by the way, is, again, look into minerals. But I think that because we're taking a little bit control, I think there is going to be dependency on American oil, and I think it is going to change. But I don't think it's going to change to our benefit. I think major corporations are going to definitely profit, and I think other countries are definitely going to partner. You'll start to see it. I promise you, mark my words, next year,
I see the
countries will start partnering with the United States for global domination. Mark my words.
I feel like, if anything, China is like just making all the moves that that United States should be making.
Well, I mean, China is way ahead of the United States. I mean, I'm talking about like 25, 30, 40 years, way more advanced than United States. And I think that's where the fear was coming from.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't see China and the U.S. being like best friends.
I think if there is a partnership and understanding.
I see like a co-parenting.
I mean, yes, co-parenting
situation.
I think what's going to happen is, like, I think the UAE, I think that China, I think Russia. I don't really think Europe. I think Europe is kind of done, honestly. And I think the United States are going to be the major power players in the world domination. With everything going on with power and energy, I definitely see that that's where it's going, because Europe doesn't really want to really partner with the United States. I mean, NATO is collapsing, as we're speaking. And unfortunately, the United States put in a lot of money into NATO, and I definitely think it's going to change. But I don't think that as Americans we're going to benefit from that. I mean, look at the cost of oil prices right now. I mean, our oil prices should be down, considering that we have refineries in the United States. We don't need other oil from other countries. So I definitely think
it's only benefiting one family in the White House and everyone that's on their guest list.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely think that but the people don't realize is that this was already planned out 10, 15 years ago. This was a plan in the making long before we're actually seeing what's being played out in the news media right now. And the unfortunate thing is that it goes back to what I was saying, is I think that in the next 2 years, I think actually within the next year, there's going to be a huge divide. And if people are like, well, I'm on this side or that side, I'd say you're on the wrong side of history in general, because everybody, no matter what your political party is going to suffer, because at the end of the day, it's about corporations profiting off of the backs of their people. Unfortunately, we don't have.
So in that sense, it gives me. That's where I find a little bit of hope in, especially a lot of the younger politicians. Mm-hmm. That like, it's impossible to keep up with every legislature and all these laws and rules, right? But then, like, for me, it's as simple as, do you take APEC money? or do you not?
Yeah,
as a politician,
do they take? I mean, I think no matter what they do. I mean, you have lobbyists that sit outside.
So then if you don't, then you have my vote.
Right, but but you don't know where that money really goes. People can say no, I don't take it, absolutely not, but you don't know whether or not because they're so smart in how they.
Like the more transparency I see in a politician, you have my vote. Doesn't matter which side, like you have my vote if you're transparent.
I think transparency is limited to by what you're willing to expose and less of what you're, if this even makes sense, of hide, because people can hide anything. Sure. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she made a huge amount of money.
Well, she made no effort in hiding, so.
I mean, but they didn't really start talking about it, like really that the general public knew and understood what was going on.
Like I'm for, I think it was AOC.
You mean insider trade?
No, I'm for, I think it was AOC that was pushing it. Like, I'm for Congress and politicians not be able to.
They shouldn't. It's a humble job.
For sure.
You are in a position. At that point,
you're not serving the people.
You're not serving the people. You're serving yourselves and your interests, right?
And people paying you to go a certain way.
And so that's why I don't really believe in any type of political party, because I think at the end of the day, it's about basically corporations and those parties of interest that are really financially benefiting from that. And that's really sad. And I wish that people
it's like so deep rooted that you almost don't have a choice but to go a certain party.
So this is going to get kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Intense, I'll say that. Yeah. So a lot of people, especially in Washington State, about 60%, 61% of Washington State is Democrat and 39% are Republicans currently, right? And the biggest fight that Democrats have is they hate Trump. And I'm like, that's the stupidest fight. Why don't we talk about what problems are happening in Washington State? Because at the state level is more important than just what's going on at the federal level. Why don't we talk about the problems that are happening in the state and how do we solve it? I don't care if you hate this person or that person.
But I think it's the federal level that's affecting the state.
As far as like
because Washington State does receive a large sum of fundings from.
But it's not level. So much but that's the thing. It's like, but the federal government doesn't dictate where that money goes to once it's in Washington State.
This is the first year where I hesitate on paying federal taxes. I was like, why am I paying taxes?
I mean, like if everyone stops paying federal taxes, that would be great. If we can all get together. But I don't think anyone can. But the thing is, though, is even Washington State, it's like raising its taxes. And as a small business owner, right now they're even talking about like punishing the person the landlord that owns the commercial property and saying, hey, if you can't get tenants in, we're going to punish you. We're going to fine you. Well, how can you get business in if there's no grants out there to help support small businesses? And unfortunately, like, even though you might have federal funding that's coming in, the federal government can't determine where that money goes to. I mean, I can go in about the previous administration in Washington State, but I won't. But they can't determine. My question is that if, with the millionaire's tax, we'll take that. If a certain percent goes through K through 12, then why is it that now, even with my property taxes, when $6,000 out of the $7,000 goes through K through 12, my son can't get a paraeducator? It's more about like where the money is being distributed to. And to me, if the previous administration doesn't, and they cannot manage the books, if it were me, I would get penalized. But if it's a previous administration, there's no penalties. You could do whatever you want. You know what? So sorry, we mismanaged the books. Let's leave it to the next administration. There's no punishment. There's no accountability. And that's what makes me so angry. It's like, I don't care what party you're on. I don't care if you hate Trump, you like this. I care about the fact that I'm a small business owner trying to make it in this state, and my property taxes are going up. And it's fine. You want to tax me? Then you got to show me where the money's going to. I shouldn't have to go down this road. And there's huge homeless encampment of people that need help. And you're saying that this money is being distributed where we can help the homeless and people that are on drugs. No, you're not doing anything to help them because we still have a problem. Or there's potholes in the road where I had to replace my tire within 6 months. It is insane. And so, yes, I do agree, like it does happen at a federal level. But to me, I think if states were to get it right, if they were to actually distribute their money appropriately, instead of saying we have grants, we pass it through session, it's available in August after we create the bylaws, stop with the gatekeepers. Make it accessible for everyone. But unfortunately, they don't do that. And that's what makes me so angry. And I wish that Democrats and Republicans, progressive and liberals and conservatives would stop arguing and figure out like, hey,
for sure,
we are all struggling right now. We are all trying to live and survive, to feed our kids, to feed our families, because we know that like if people aren't safe, they're going to be addicted to drugs. They're going to be suicidal.
Like this year is where maybe the last 3 months is where I've considered selling my house and just rent. because like I'm like, even if you pay off your mortgage, you don't really own it.
No, you never do. And
Like-
in New York State, they're actually creating, and I don't know the terminology with this, and maybe the audience can clear this up, but basically, if you lived in New York State, you own a house, it's paid off, and then you pass away and you go to your daughter is now paying more taxes on that property simply because now you passed away and she's claiming that property.
Like
It's insane.
I've never been to New York, so I won't comment on New York. But for me, it's just, and I have a great interest rate on the house.
Did you get it during COVID time?
Yeah, I have
Hold
like
on to it.
I have like a 2.3% interest rate on my house, and I've considered selling it. Like, it's just the amount of phantom costs that has contributed towards the house, and then property tax has increased a lot in the last. I think that's just nationwide. That's not even just Washington, but
Well, Washington is the
Like-
third most expensive state in the entire country to live.
it's I get it because like I mean you have like so many people from California like leaving, and so I know that number fluctuates, and then the state as itself was not structured to accommodate so many people moving here from COVID.
We have plenty of land for them to live.
No, for sure, but I'm saying like as on the infrastructure, the freeways,
Correct.
the
You are
512
correct.
the 512 is a prime example.
Yeah.
Like it was not designed to host this many people.
Okay,
And
well
then,
then,
and then to expand, like you would have to.
well, if that's the case,
Yeah.
tell me why this. If you increase my taxes and you say it's for the
Yeah.
roadway. Matter of fact, they increased the taxes in Pierce County because
Yeah.
they said they were going to build a train station so that people coming from JBLM will be able to
Yeah.
have a place to just get on and go up north. That never happened. So why are they still paying
I have
taxes?
no idea what that's going
In China,
to.
when they did the Olympics over there, now granted
Yeah.
they did it in a messed up way, they were able to build something within months.
Didn't
we
that
can't
collapse though?
They got it done though, didn't they? They got it done. But even
That's
going
some
back
main
to
China shit right there.
But even going back to like the millionaires tax, right? So I was actually talking about this with my client. So even if they did pass it. So in 2029 it goes in effect. But when they talk about K through 12, it's like, okay, so fine, you want to increase it because you want K through 12, you want better services, more money. Which district are you saying that the money goes to for K through 12?
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there, you're saying for like, it's for people that are struggling. All right, well, I need to see the receipts for that. I need to know which district, like for example, if you're in Shelton where you have a huge number of migrants, is it going there? Because it should, because there are immigrants that are there
Yeah.
that need better education. Why are we not supporting that? I need to know where the money goes. So if you're going to increase it, okay, fine. I want to see where my money's going through. I want you to show me the
Yeah.
receipts, and I want to make sure it's not going to Bellevue. I want to make sure it's not going to wealthy parts of Seattle or Olympia. I want to make sure it's going through, certain demographics that are struggling economically.
It's just something that has crossed my mind a lot more lately. Like I don't care for the interest rate. I don't care for like because I can put that money into index
Also,
funds.
Why in the hell is the government in this state and anywhere, because I'm on the board of cosmetology, that it takes forever for anything to get passed? Permits, licensing, everything, it takes a while for it to get passed. It goes from this person to the next person. That makes me super angry. And if the younger generation come in, then at some point that's got to be something that changes. Why do we got to vote on something that we want to change some type
Yeah.
of infrastructure, wait to vote on it, decide whether or not it wants to go on an agenda so that we can talk about it in the next meeting, but it doesn't get passed because we got to talk about what we want to talk about within that thing that we want to change, and then it goes for the next meeting, and by the time your seat's already run, by the time 3
Yeah.
years is already up,
Your term is already.
your term is already over.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that happens not only in Washington, but it also happens in California because they had that fire and people can't get permits. And people need to live. And guess what? If they can't get the permits, they're selling the land.
This is why I can't run for office because like I don't have the patience for this.
You don't, right. But see, that's the thing, is that everyone that has that same passion that is struggling says the same thing. I was talking
Yeah.
to a gentleman the other day, and he was so insightful about stuff. And he said the same thing. He's like, I just don't want to get involved. I was like, but if you don't, who's going to do it?
True. Yeah.
Right? Who's going to do it? You are the young millennial. You are the young generation that you were just talking about 30 minutes ago. You are that young one that comes into a political spotlight and says, I'm going to be the change. And even if it's just you, that little bit can influence at least like 2.5% of the population, which then eventually starts to grow.
Like I'll help someone that like speaks the message that I believe.
You're
in,
already doing it.
But I'm like, for me to get involved, I have like no interest in.
It's hard because you're on the front lines because you work with small businesses and you see the struggling business and you're offering them opportunities for them to generate income for themselves and their families. You see it every single day for what you do.
Like, because I feel like, in a way, I do that myself. Like, I help other people. I try to bring value to other people. Like, I'm doing, and I'm just not in a political fashion. So,
but how many times have you had the door closed if you are working with, like, the city, or you're working with the state? It's like, you're a minority, you want to build a business for you and your family. You want those same opportunities to be available to you. How many doors have been closed?
I mean,
not like people that you connected with that says, hey, let me support you in other areas.
So I actually don't see it like that. Because, like, I think I try to leave the politics side out. Not that the system is perfect. By all means, obviously not. But for me, it's just like I control what I can't control. Like, it doesn't matter.
What's that song? It's time for a revolution.
No, whoever's in the White House doesn't control how I run the business. And, like, the one thing that I really hone in on is everything is on me. Like, if it's my brand, if an event doesn't go well, if something happens or my staff is not underperforming, like, that's my fault.
Oh, absolutely.
Because guess who started the business? Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So it's just like I understand that there's different circumstances, but I just would rather choose to put the 100% of my energy into taking care of, and when I say it's my fault, I'm not by no means degrading myself. It's my fault. I gotta fix it.
It's accountability.
Did I train the staff better?
Yeah.
Or who trained the staff? Oh, I did. So it's like, I got to do better. And then when I can have extreme 100% accountability, then I actually feel better.
But you're the perfect person. You are the ideal candidate for someone that would be looking for a grant, because you're someone that says, I work hard, I take accountability, I take responsibility. And if I can pay my people better because there's a grant there to support that.
Because when things go wrong, I'm not pointing fingers.
Right, you never have.
Okay, how do I fix it? And I never get too high, and I never get too low, and it keeps me grounded, and I don't like fall into propagandas, traps, or like just other people's opinions, ideas. Are just like, I got enough on my agenda. Like, I'm not worried about.
It just makes me so angry. I think I'm going to run for office. I'm not going to lie, because I see these young women, young minorities, young people trying to open up a business, and they get the door shut on them. Yeah. Even like having a school and like working with students who are like, hey, how did you open up this? Nothing, no grants supported like this whole thing. And I really want to change it for like the younger generation.
I think that's where I'm like, I rather channel my energy in a different aspect. And obviously that's, it gets a little bit easier as I progress, but when doors close, when I enjoy hearing people tell me no, and just because I make sure you see me.
Because that's like the momentum. That's that fire. Yeah. I'm the same way. I can relate to that. Because when people tell me no, I'm like.
Because then if everything comes too easy, then I'm not really working for it. So just like I enjoy no's.
Good.
Because out of 100 yes or no's, 100 no's, that one yes make it so much sweeter. And then and then I can capitalize on that momentum. And then I find ways to make sure you see me.
I think that's amazing, because that's something that I tell my daughters. Like, I love rejection. I love it more than anything. I love a rejection more than like acceptance, because I don't know what it is, but rejection like drives me to work harder. Yeah,
not that things can't improve, or like structures can't be better, especially whether that's government or just other partnerships. But yeah, I like.
You like the challenge.
Yeah, I like hearing no's.
Yeah.
Just like, especially when it's even better if I know I'm capable of certain things.
Exactly.
And it doesn't come through.
Because then, it's going to work.
Then I go even further to to make sure it happens. And
you create an event like the Swae Night Market and the Velvet Room that just end up being
and there's
amazing.
something sweet about it, you know, like there's been people that said like Velvet Room was a bad idea. Like, you'll see. And who knows? We're just getting started. Maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe it's a one-off thing, but
I don't think it's a one-off thing.
I don't think so either. But
yeah.
But I like when my ideas are challenged. I like when I take on a challenge.
Yeah.
So it's
you do have a very supportive team, because they're like, oh, what's your vision? All right, we got you. We're behind that.
Yeah. Like it's a collaborative thing, but at the end of the day, like I got to make sure because everything starts with me.
Yep.
Right. So it starts with me, and if it's fucked at my level, then like it affects the paychecks for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's below, or that's part of the team. So
I think that's the hardest part for me, is like not so much the rejection. It's people, because I'm used to people closing the doors on me, and I'm like you. I'm like, all right, well, wait and see what's going to happen. I just don't like disappointing the people that I feel responsible for. That to me is like the hardest thing. Because
their livelihood now relies on your decision making.
Correct.
Their family, their kids.
Yep.
That is now part of your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as a good leader in any situation, you take care of the people. Like you, in a way, like I work for my staff, not the other way around.
I agree.
So you take care of them, they take care of you.
Absolutely.
So there's different roles of leadership, styles of leadership, but this is the one that I'm willing to hang my sword on. Like, this is the hill I'm willing to die on.
And I think you have people that are passionate. I mean, like Courtney, our head instructor here at the school, man, if she could live here, she would. And I want to make sure she's taken care of. You know, and Alex is phenomenal. I mean, Sarah and Amber are great. Like, it's just, we have such a good team, and you got to take care of them. You know, you have
100%. So on that same note, I'm going to go take care of my incredible wife because we're doing Mother's Day dinner.
Sorry.
We're doing Mother's Day dinner a couple days early. So
where are you taking her?
I think we are going to one of her favorite spot, the Texas Row House.
Wait. Okay, listen. The yeast rolls.
Hey.
With the butter, like the butter that's like this size.
Come on now.
I want to take it.
It's so funny.
Does she like the sweet? They have that cinnamon butter too. Does she like that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's so funny that like there's an outrage of people that can't get on base
because of Texas Roadhouse.
Because it's on base.
Yeah, and they have the peanuts too.
I don't care for the peanuts. Keep that shit.
Oh no, I like to eat the peanuts while I'm waiting, and then I get the yeast rolls. Listen, I'm okay with no steak. So the yeast rolls.
So yeah, it's about taking care of people. It's about taking care of each other, taking care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're gonna wrap this episode on. So stay tuned. Tap in whenever we film the next one.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna be good because I know we got some guests lined up.
Did you eat it?
Did you?
I'm about to.
Yeah. You cooked?
Peace.